Hey, welcome back to Bimblebit. I'm Damien.
I'm Andy.
And we're just two guys sitting around a table shooting the shit about Bitcoin. We're going to lock ourselves in at our blockchain height, 922,123, courtesy of TimeChainCalendar.com. Well, welcome back to another Monday, my friend.
Welcome back. Welcome back indeed.
Are you bloated? Are you full? Lots of chocolate and chips? It was Halloween, right? If you celebrated.
Halloween, always fun.
Yeah.
Didn't have so many kids this year, but we still had fun.
Well, we have leftovers.
The Jays were playing.
Chips and...
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Let's kick off the show on a positive note, courtesy of Mr. Neil Jacobs. Jay, roll that vid.
17 years ago, you published the Bitcoin white paper and changed everything.
In a time of bailouts and broken trust, you gave us an alternative.
A new idea. You called it Bitcoin.
No company, no marketing, just code.
17 years later, Bitcoin is changing the world. Happy Bitcoin White Paper Day, and thank you, Satoshi.
Thank you, Satoshi.
Thank you, Satoshi.
Thank you, Satoshi.
I just want to salute.
Right?
I don't know. It
feels
it's
good,
all
right?
Inspiring.
17 years of the white paper anniversary and all the congratulatories that went on. And it was a heartfelt video. Had
How
to show that
far
one.
it has come.
Right? How far it has come, because it did a little digging over the last all the years of Halloween. What was the price of Bitcoin?
Cool.
I don't want to go through them all. It'll take a while, but how about this? In 2010, Bitcoin was worth 20 cents. 20 cents. In 2020, it was worth 13,537. Wow. Right? And today, 110,000. Or a couple days ago, Halloween, 110,000. So 20 cents, 13.5, 110,000.
There seems to be an upward trend happening.
Yeah, you think,
Andy.
You think.
It's nice
because you can get caught in the ups and downs. And we've had a few ups and downs over the last few weeks, right? Like it's been up to 125, it's been down to 107. It's about 107 right now. It's down 2.8% on the day and 6.7% on the week. But it's up 55% this year. So again, when in doubt, zoom out. It's gonna be controversial. It's gonna be up and down. There's gonna be a lot of volatility, but generally speaking, it's going up pretty good.
Yeah, really good. Yeah. And we watch it and we know it's doing well is because the Saylors and other companies across the board are still continuing to buy, taking a dip in that liquidity pool, we like to call it. But Michael Saylor, I mean, they are at it again, Strategy B.
Yeah, they sure are.
Another 46 million in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
He has a fantastic prediction too. Jay, roll that Saylor clip.
Where you see Bitcoin hitting at the end of the year and then a year from now when we're back at this conference?
Well, I think Bitcoin's going to continue to grind up. I think the volatility is coming off of it as the industry becomes more structured with more derivatives and more ways to hedge it. Our expectation right now is the end of the year, it should be about $150,000. And that's the consensus of the equity analysts that cover our company and the Bitcoin industry right now. I don't know why it won't grind up to $1 million a coin over the next 4 to 8 years. I would think not less than 4, not more than 8. And of course, my long-term forecast is it goes up about 30% a year for the next 20 years, and we're headed toward $20 million Bitcoin.
20 million.
I know.
I mean, that's 20 years out, but 225,000 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic prediction.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And I think it's highly possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got lots of other banks hopping on board finally now. And the name Larry Fink, who has poo-pooed crypto for the longest time, has really lately taken center stage. He's everywhere with Bitcoin.
Well, you figure, Larry Fink with BlackRock, I mean, I think they're an $11 trillion company. They pretty much own and control most of the major companies, not just here or not just in the U.S., but all around the world. Mm-hmm. I mean, extremely influential, and certainly now, we do have a bit of a video of this. Watch this.
I don't think you fully understand the situation. BlackRock manages $11 trillion in assets. They literally hold stock voting power and influence major decisions in almost every major company in the West. And Larry Fink is the guy behind all of this. And when he talks, the world listens. He said if every millionaire in America asked their advisor to buy them $1 Bitcoin, there wouldn't be enough. And here's why. Bitcoin supply is 21 million coins. Out of that, 19.9 millions are already mined. Only 1 million Bitcoins are left for the world. And America has over 24 million millionaires. Even if half of them wanted 1 Bitcoin each, it would be mathematically impossible. That kind of demand will send Bitcoin skyrocketing. And Larry Fink says we might see Bitcoin at 700,000.
And so, basically, he's just saying, Bitcoin, you got to pay attention. This is all part of the play. Now, I know you wonder, but aren't those Bitcoin prices and crypto prices supposed to be going up? We had an interest rate drop. We had all these things, but you've also got a lot of people taking some profit, and they're going to continue to take some profit for now.
For sure.
And
they should.
Yeah.
A really fun story. A Dormant wallet whale has deposited 2,300 Bitcoin on Praxos, which is a regulated blockchain firm talking about stable coins and stuff. So not to worry, the whale still has well over 32,000, but it's really cool when you see those dormant wallets from way back then start to move.
Yes. Yeah. And of course it causes controversy, right? Like, why is that? Why would they do that now? But it could be for many different reasons, right? Absolutely different life reasons for people. Life reasons change. You need some help. You need, you're going to pull. You can, you do. Yeah. You don't want to, but you do.
Yeah, for sure. I was thinking about Peter Schiff the other day and his gold crusade. And although it was a good crusade for a really long time, we did see the numbers in gold fall a little bit. But Kathy Wood from ARK really puts it into fine form. Kathy?
Bitcoin, hands down. Hands down. Bitcoin is a hedge against both inflation and deflation. Yes, so is gold, but Bitcoin is digital, and if you look at the incremental demand, we're going to see, but gold already has its demand, it's happened, right? Bitcoin is new, and institutions are barely involved, and young people would much prefer to hold Bitcoin than to hold gold.
So she knows what she's talking about. And I like that the young people would opt to hold Bitcoin over either a savings. If you have $200 in your savings account, throw it into Bitcoin, and then when you go to use it, it will be $400. I mean, it's just common math.
Well, it is. If you leave it in there long enough and through these 4-year cycles, I mean, it'll always be going in the right direction no matter what. Sure, you're going to have some ups and downs, but it'll generally go in the right direction.
Yeah. Real estate tycoon, Florida-based investment firm Cardone Capital.
Yeah, Grant Cardone. Yeah. Grant Cardone has just recently come into the Bitcoin world, right?
That's how it happens.
Yeah, and he currently owns 1,000 Bitcoin, and he just bought another 300 today. And he plans on buying up to 3,000 Bitcoin. So it'll be a slow accumulation for him, but he's a name that's been around the American business world for years. But I think he's just kind of coming around to it,
A lot of people like to sit on the fence and see what happens with all the other friends in their circle.
Sure.
And when you're someone like that, your friends are the big boys. And now we're seeing everybody, not only companies internationally, but countries starting to save up with their Federal Reserves as Bitcoin. I mean, it's getting huge. Talking about adoption rates in the States, and they kind of broke it down on this map. Jay, you got the map. It's a pretty blue. So Washington is the highest rate of crypto use, which doesn't surprise me really with the talk of it. That's kind of the hub. About 3 times as many people participated in crypto buying in 2021 than any other year. I wonder what it was, that catalyst for that.
Right.
Yeah, interesting. Crypto adoption has been very slow in the southern states.
Okay.
No idea why that would be. And the higher earners are 2 to 5 times more likely to participate in buying crypto. Although that is great in the US, we want to remind you that there are apps out there and you can buy Bitcoin fractionally, bits of it, and buy it by the dollar amount, $50, $100.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to be in the 2 to 5 or some percentile. If you got an extra $20, throw it in there.
Well, we know Germany's starting to buy now.
Yeah.
Remember, they sold a bunch of their Bitcoin here lately or whatever? Well,
the oops factor.
The oops factor. So Germany's second largest political party, AfD, has introduced a motion to build a Bitcoin reserve for Germany. So there you go.
Yeah.
It just keeps coming on.
We are only human and we make mistakes. The trick of it is to learn from that mistake, and they're doing that.
Absolutely. They're all doing it. I mean, another fun fact here, now you can buy Bitcoin with cash at all the train stations in Switzerland.
Yeah, we got a picture here of
They
the
got a machine
ATM
there.
machine that you
See
buy
that?
from. Yeah.
And now they've made it available to people on train stations. If you have some extra cash, you can buy a few sats.
Interesting place to have it.
Why not give it a
I'd like
shot?
some stats on their train usage.
We'll keep an eye on that. I'll report back to you in 90 days. And
And
we'll
that
see
was
how it's-
Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Okay, so this is the same place that just had the Lugano. They have their huge Bitcoin conference, and they redid the statue of the image of Satoshi.
Right,
So I mean, it's a hotbed for Bitcoin, and we love them for it. So,
Yeah,
thank
absolutely,
you.
absolutely.
Yeah, good stuff.
And just another note here that generally, we didn't have the pump October. No, we didn't have the, what is it? The October. Yeah. And now we're talking about pump November, or pump November. I don't know. But it's actually averaged 43.7% return in November.
Huh.
Apparently, it's the greatest month for growth. So if it were to do that and meet that, and if it actually did go to 43% of where it is now, we would surpass 155 by the end of November.
That's so cool.
An interesting stat to
Yeah,
look at.
don't miss the boat, folks. Hop
Right.
on, get
Don't
yourself
miss the
a
boat.
little
Exactly.
bit of Bitcoin, will you?
Yeah.
OJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got some stuff coming up. This is coming up right away this weekend. It's SatsConf 2025 in Sao Paulo, Brazil, November 7th and 8th. What a beautiful place to have a conference. A little warmer than Siberia. Bitcoin Amsterdam 2025. This is the following weekend up in the beautiful Netherlands. This is November 13th and 14th, and more things coming into December. We'll make sure we touch on those. If you got something coming up, make sure we know about it. Bimblebit.com. Reach out, let us know, and we will just share the news with everybody.
Exactly.
It's what we do.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
It's what we do.
And
fun to do.
Yeah, it's so fun to do.
Yeah, fun to do.
So in the meantime, I'm Damien.
I'm Andy.
We're just two guys shooting the shit about Bitcoin right here on Bimblebit.com.
Cheers, mates. Don't forget to subscribe.